we got to continue to practice the crap out of it. We also have to do a better job of protecting said person with the ball, whether that's the quarterback, whether that's the running back, or the receiver. And we're all responsible for the security of the football, and starts with the person who has it, and then it falls on the people that are blocking. And again, we'll continue to rep it, and if we have to put two hands on the football and when we're going through there, that's what we'll have to do. The only thing I know how to do is to continue to practice it and work it, but then also, maybe it's not so much the person that you see, it's the one you don't see. And there was a few opportunities that we can show them here in a little bit of that. And yes, the person is responsible for taking care of the football. But again, the other people are also have a critical job in ball security.
That was Mike Vrabel
Man.
talking about respect the team, right? That's what he said day one. Respect the team, I'll respect you back.
Man.
Got to hold on to the football to respect the team. And it's more than Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson fumbling. Drake May fumbling on that strip sack. You hear him talking about taking care of the football.
Yep.
Look, 5 turnovers they had on Sunday. They lost 21-14. 2 of those turnovers in the red zone. At worst, a 28-21 victory should have been for the Patriots, especially with 1 interception on a wide-open receiver in the corner of the end zone. The fumble lost by Ramondre Stevenson as he's about to break the plane, right?
Yeah.
So you swing either way, that could be a different outcome. It's a 2-1 team. Mike Vrabel still looks frustrated.
No. Yeah, he looks
off.
He looks downtrodden about
I don't want to say dejected because that's not who he is 3 games into the season.
I get some for this
But he'll
issue.
be frustrated, and he'll let him know he's not pleased with what he's done.
I disagree. He seems very dejected for this topic, the fumbling. And you know what I think? I wish I could have a beer. I wish I was close enough with him where I could get a beer with him off record. I bet you what drives him nuts and why you get that body language and that sort of tone from him is because he played on the defensive end at such a high level. He knows. Mike Tomlin told you after the game that the Steelers were going after Ramondre Stevenson because he has issues fumbling the ball.
Yeah.
And they were punching it out. They were attacking it. Every team does that. It's also like defensively, offenses do that. They'll find your corner that's the weakest link and they'll attack them all day long. It's the same thing. And I bet you that's what's driving Graves nuts because he probably wants to get rid of this kid.
Yeah.
He can't. This team doesn't have the talent. What are you going to do? I mean, you don't have depth at running back. You don't have enough playmakers on offense, period. And then you see Ramondre against the Dolphins the last week. He looked really good. He was a true weapon. You don't have that walking around in your locker room. You don't have that you can fall back on if you cut this guy. That's what's killing Braves, I think. That's a little like in-depth, like I'm his shrink or something. But in my mind, he knows this is our weakest link. This guy fumbles the damn ball. He has butterfingers. I want to get rid of him. I can't because we don't have the playmakers here. So I have to put him in timeout and coach him up. That's what he's saying. We got to sit him down. All I can do is teach. That's what that means. He's frustrated as hell.
Yeah.
It's like I have kids. All parenting is repeating yourself. I tell the kids the same thing every damn day. Pick up your toys. Don't do that. Make sure you use your manners. Rinse and repeat, okay? It drives you nuts, but that's what it is. What am I going to do? Cut my son? You can't do it. That's why Vrabel's stressed out, bro. I recognize the look and the tone. I'm telling you what I know, bro. He wants to get rid of the guy. He can't.
I'm just picturing you calling your son, hey, meet me in the living room. Bring your iPad.
I cut his arse.
Look, give me the playbook. You're done.
Yeah, you're done, kid.
You're done. Go ahead.
We're moving in a different direction. My daughter's doing a better job. Your sister's listening. You're out. Simple. Boom. Done.
I'm sorry. That visual is just absolutely amazing.
Dad, but wait. No. Get out.
But you're right. I signed a 13-year contract, an 18-year contract. I got 13 years left.
I'll eat the money. Just beat it. Good luck with your next endeavor.
What you're right, though, with Vrabel is that the frustration that he's feeling.
Yeah.
Because everything you're saying when he's like, I can teach it. Because that's what coaching is.
Yeah.
It's stuff that he's drilled into them since the beginning of OTAs. Take care of the football. Hold on to the football. Ball security. Most important thing is the football. if we execute on the little things, take care of the little things, the big outcome will come. Don't worry about winning games.
Right.
We're about executing on that play, drive to drive, play to play, all that. And then the end result, we're going to win some games and maybe get into the playoffs.
Sure.
Like that's basically what he's saying to them. And then he sees 2 soft fumbles from Ramondre, a soft fumble from Antonio Gibson. Drake May doing good, okay, bad.
Yeah.
Too much at the end.
Yeah.
It's that this is a team that he knows, and he said it from day one. Hopefully what we can do is take advantage of bad football. They were able defensively to do that against the Steelers.
Yeah.
But they were the team displaying the bad football
That's
on
right.
Sunday.
It's fixable.
And it's the second time in the last 3 games we've seen it.
Yeah.
Honestly, the football was bad against the Dolphins, too. If they don't have that kick return touchdown after the punt return, this is an 0-3 team. Like, you need that team to be equally as bad across from you. And a shootout with an imploding Dolphins team and Tua Tagovailoa, like he knows how close they are to being 0-3. It's not even how close they are to being 2-1.
Are you listening to yourself?
What?
You have this team with 11 wins. Where?
And see how easy the schedule is. But if they don't fix this, then where are those wins going to come from? Because that's where it comes in the coin flip games. A Titans game. Maybe even messing around. A Falcons game.
Right.
How good that Browns defense is, though? I don't think so.
Well, here's a stretch.
Again, every time I said they get 10 to 11 wins and they get into the playoffs, it's how easy their schedule is. And it got easier with Burrow going down, but they have to help themselves. And what I do like, everything that was their issue on Sunday is fixable. It is.
Here's a stretch, because you mentioned a couple of these teams. Week 6 through 9, they play Saints, Tennessee, home against the Browns, who you mentioned, and home against the Falcons. So I guess week 6 through 10. So, like, those, again, yes, in theory, you should win all those games. But if you're turning the ball over, and I'm only basing it on what I've seen from the Patriots so far, I can't give you those wins. And by the way, let's talk about this week, because we haven't even talked about it. This is a must-win game. The Panthers are rebuilding as well. They're probably at the same place you are. They're trying to figure out, is Bryce Young the guy? We're trying to figure out, is Drake May the guy, right? They had a couple new weapons here or there. We have a couple new weapons here or there. The defense is trying to figure it out. Our defense is trying. Like, everything lines up here. But here's the deal. The Patriots are at home. The Patriots, in theory, are a better team. On paper, at least, they look like a better team to me. This is a game you have to win. If you lose this damn game this week, you can kiss that playoff talk goodbye, as far as I'm concerned.
This is a team with 3 wins at home. 3 going back to 2023.
Oh, my God.
1-8, 2-6, 0-2 so far this season.
Yikes.
Yes, exactly. It's that type of bad with the football. And if you can't take care of it at home, then, you don't deserve to make the postseason.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick by what I say. I think they can sneak in as a wild card team, and they can get 10 to 11 wins, right? But that's just me wanting to stick with what my take was. And fine, I'm going to put my heels in the ground. I'm going to take it. It sounds ridiculous, and they don't prove any reason why. And I think, again, that goes back to the frustration that Mike Vrabel's facing.
Look, I predicted a 7-10 or 8-9 football team. I predicted what I would see, not so many turnovers, but they kind of look like what I thought they would. I don't see how you get to that. I don't see how this team makes a postseason. I damn sure don't see no 10, 11 wins with this team. But to your point, where we can agree on, their issues right now are fixable. I'll caution you this, though, because you're Mr. Keep Ramondre, right?
Yeah.
Cool. You said, put him on the bench, put him in timeout, let him figure it out. Okay. But then in the same breath, you say, Antonio Gibson, you're next man up.
Yeah.
I covered this dude.
Yeah.
Not just here in New England, at another stop.
In D.C.
He ain't there because he had a fumbling issue.
Yep.
We saw him on Sunday fumble the rock. You could go from bad to worse. You could go from Ramondre to this guy who fumbles too. Why not play the rookie? Why not? I get it. And you've gone through it. He didn't do it. He wasn't the bell cow at Ohio State. If you make him the bell cow in the NFL, he'll get hurt. Well, damn it. I mean, just run him till the wheels fall off then, because I'm willing to take a chance on a guy I don't know enough about, but I've seen flashes of, he could be special, than to keep giving it to guys that keep putting it on the turf time in and time out. I think the Patriots have an identity crisis at running back. They got to figure it out.
It's also even how this team operates in the wide receiving room. Because, all right, so his frustration there was being asked about turnovers, right? 4th and 1, Steelers territory, throws to Demario Douglas right on the sticks, maybe just short. And what does he do? He goes into Patriots territory instead of falling backwards.
Yeah.
Again, it's these dumb mistakes. It's these bad football mistakes. And that's a guy that's fourth in snaps on Sunday for wide receivers.
Right.
A guy that's expected to be a big focal point of this offense.
Sure.
But obviously the snap count is displaying to you and showing you he hasn't earned his way onto the field.
Yeah.
It's multiple layers to it all with this
That's
team,
fair.
too. And I said it before we started the season. They will make the playoffs because the quarterback in Drake May gets a grasp of this offense. And despite the bad turnovers he had, he was dealing towards the end, and he showed resiliency. Like he did in week 2. Like he did on Sunday. Even the way he was displaying it in certain ways in week 1 as well, right? He would keep throwing the ball downfield, but he was rushed. But week 2 and week 3, he showed resiliency. That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
But I did say they will miss the playoffs because the defense doesn't uphold its end of the bargain.
Mm-hmm.
They did that on Sunday. The defense gives me confidence with this team. But why do you bring in Mike Vrabel? To win one-possession games.
Sure.
What did they just lose Sunday? A one-possession game.
Yeah.
And that's where you look at the coach and go, all right, this is why you're brought in.
Well,
it's hard. This roster is really bad. But you're supposed to start winning these types of games.
You make such a great point with Pop Douglas and sort of situational awareness, right? It also, maybe I'm just on the rookies today. I don't know. In one breath, I'm telling you, just play Travion. Let's see what we got, right? You bring up Pop Douglas. Has Kyle Williams got off a bus yet? 2 catches, 20 yards.
Yeah.
Get them involved. I'm not saying they're the end-all, be-all, but you drafted these kids for a reason. Mm-hmm. You don't have playmakers. You don't have the luxury of like the Eagles, of like, oh, he's not playing well, just go to their next 5-star player we have. You don't have that.
Yeah.
So play the kids. Let them learn. Baptism by fire. They're not doing that, and I think it's costing them. But how do you develop them if you don't play them, George?
They are with Kyle Williams, because what if I tell you he gets on the field, runs a slant?
They are what?
Listen, he gets on the field, runs a slant, gets a catch. Very next play, they have a sluggo route for him, slant and go up the field. But what can you do when you scheme that for your rookie wide receiver, and then he gets a hand right into his shoulder off the line of scrimmage and falls on the ground? It's an acclimation, and it's the growing and the maturity that this team needs to endure, the patience we need to have sitting at this desk, the patience of fans needs to have at home, but that's what it's going to be with this team. It's been a lot of bad football the last 3 years, like a lot of bad football, a lot of bad personnel, especially on offense. It's going to take a while for it to catch up.
Can I rebuttal?
Yeah.
Great. You said if he's trying to do all this and he's getting jammed at the line. Great. He's had 2 targets this year.
Yeah. Not finding his way on the field.
I'm saying you have to put him on the field to find his way, is my point.
Yeah.
If you're putting him in there, you see him get jammed, and you go, get him out of here, he's not ready. That's not fair to the kid. Leave him out there. If he gets jammed 7 times, and I can't trust him and I can't throw it to him, that's one thing. Let him get a feel. I think my point is, I'm not some Kyle Williams guy. I got butchered draft night, if you remember, because I was like, why'd you take him? You had this dude who's 6'4", you had this. So I'm not even sitting here trying to defend Kyle Williams. I guess my point is, if you look up and down this roster, the playmakers you do have, Ramondre we're talking about, Antonio Gibson we're talking about, they have issues. They can't hold on to the ball.
Go with the guys.
That's all I'm saying. Let the kids play. That's all I'm saying.
That organically will happen, but in week 4, because what you're asking for with Kyle Williams, so you're saying, okay, Booty, not going to love this, Stephon Diggs, Mac Hollins on the field less. Those 3 receivers give them a better chance of winning than if they start giving snaps to Kyle Williams. So do you want to win football games, or do you want to develop for the future? Right now, they want to win football games. They can't give up on winning games yet.
I agree with that.
Later in the season, that may change.
Well, we may get there sooner than later.
This schedule, they should beat the Panthers. They'll lose to the Bills. But when they have Saints, Tennessee, okay, so they can win 3 of their next 4. Cleveland, Atlanta, Tampa, I don't know how that'll go. I don't know what Atlanta team will show up. I do know what Cleveland defense will show up. I do know what Tampa Bay offense will show up. I think those will be losses. Where I had them beating Cleveland before the season.
All right.
New York Jets. At the Bengals, no Joe Burrow. New York Giants, where it could be Jackson Dart, and he shouldn't be starting yet. Those are all winnable. They could go 3-0. And then all of a sudden, that's 6 more wins on top of that. That's 7 wins heading into their bye. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, Tua Tagovailoa, and the Colts. Those are their last 4 games.
So
now do you see how I'm getting to 10, 11 wins?
You're telling me
9-win team.
Because I said it's a must-win in my mind. Sunday. You're not there. I think it's a must-win for this team to sniff any playoffs or have any relevance of 9, 10, 11 wins, whatever the hell you think. You must win Sunday. You disagree with that statement based off what you just told me. They could lose Sunday, and you'll still have this a playoff team.
As a way if they can get to 9, 10 wins, yes. But again, I had this as a playoff team because of how soft their schedule is.
Right.
And that's why I think, in a way, Sunday was such a polarizing game where it was, what were your expectations for the season? I'm someone that had them getting into the playoffs.
Yes.
I watch a game play out and I go, this is a really bad roster.
Yeah.
It takes a while. Drake May just started his 15th game. He just turned 23 years old. It's going to take time.
Man.
I bring up Kyle Williams because he wasn't seen as an immediate impact guy, but he can be good down the road. Same thing I think of Travion Henderson. I say all of that of, if they don't make the playoffs, I'm not going to be someone that will be pissed off.
Sure.
I'll just be like, yeah, that's the skill level of roster that you had.
I get it.
And then I'm going to look towards the GM, though, and I'm going to go, is he staying?
Right.
Because if he stays, then I'm going to be pissed off.
Sure. Fair enough.
That's a whole different story.
Fair enough.